By the time the forest burned, only one legend stood among the ashes. The northern wind howled like a starving wolf through the Canadian wilderness. Pines creaked under the weight of snow, and the clouds above were thick with the threat of a coming storm. Somewhere deep in this frozen silence, the world had forgotten a man named Logan. He lived simply now. He stacked lumber, hauled logs, breathed in pine and chainsaw smoke instead of blood and gunpowder. People around here knew him only as James, the quiet guy with the haunted eyes and the strength of 10 men. No one questioned where he came from or why he kept to himself. In return, he didn't ask about their lives either. That was the deal. Jack was the closest thing he had to a friend. Loud, lanky, and constantly cracking jokes, Jack had a way of crawling past even the thickest emotional armor. Logan didn't mind him. Hell, he even liked the guy. It was a little after 8 p.m. when Jack stepped away from the clearing to take a phone call. Logan glanced over his shoulder, watching the man disappear into the tree line. "Don't go too far," Logan called, his voice low and gravelly. "There's stuff out there." "Like what, man? Bears? Wolves? You gonna save me if something jumps me? Superhero?" Jack joked, vanishing behind the trees. Logan didn't laugh. Time passed. The air grew heavier, colder. The machinery quieted down. A silence settled that felt unnatural, too still. Logan sniffed the air. His enhanced senses caught the scent of gasoline, pine, and sawdust, but beneath that, something foreign. Sharp. Metallic. Alien. He frowned. "Jack," he called. No answer. He asked the others nearby if they'd seen him. Nobody had. Concern hardened into dread. "Fan out," he told the others. "Stay close. Don't be stupid." As the others scattered into the woods, flashlights cutting through the dark, Logan moved alone. He didn't need light. His senses guided him. Minutes passed. Then he smelled it. Blood. He pushed through the underbrush and found Jack's body propped against a tree. The sight stopped him cold. His friend had been opened up, ribcage cracked wide, internal organs carefully removed. It wasn't the work of any predator he knew. He dropped to one knee, fingers brushing against the blood-soaked snow. What the hell did this? A scream pierced the air. Then another. Then silence. Logan shot to his feet and ran, crashing through the woods like a freight train. He followed the scents, followed the panic. When he arrived at the worksite clearing, he was too late. Bodies. Blood. Burn marks scorched the snow. One man's head was gone. Another was impaled on a broken tree branch. The air smelled like ozone, blood, and something wrong. That smell again. It was here. Logan turned, claws unsheathed, snicked. The forest was silent. His heartbeat thudded in his ears. Then a sound, a low clicking. Not human. Not animal. Alien. He closed his eyes, listened, every muscle tensed. A flash of light, then pain. He was thrown back by a blast of energy, landing hard against a frozen log. His jacket smoldered, ribs cracked. He got to his feet, healing already starting, and growled. "You picked the wrong forest." The predator decloaked. 8 feet tall, armored, dreadlocked, with mandibles clicking and glowing eyes narrowed in bloodlust. A skull trophy dangled from its hip, one that looked very human. It moved with predatory grace, circling him. Logan stood tall, claws raised. "Come on, then." The battle began. The predator moved with blinding speed, slicing with wrist blades. Logan blocked, slashed back, and caught a glancing hit to the arm. Blood sprayed, green and red mixed in the air. They clashed like gods in the forest. Trees shattered, snow churned with blood. The predator's cloaking tech flickered as Logan drove his claws deep into its side. The beast roared and tossed him aside. Logan hit a tree, rolled, and got back up. He wiped blood from his mouth, grinning. "That all you got, ugly?" The predator activated its shoulder cannon again. This time, Logan dodged. The blast set a tree ablaze. The fire spread quickly. The two warriors fought as the forest burned around them. Sparks flew. Trees collapsed. Smoke rolled in thick clouds. The predator's armor was damaged now. One eye lens shattered. Its breathing was labored. Logan was worse. Bleeding heavily, limbs shaking, bones cracked, but he wouldn't fall. He refused. The predator, in a final attempt to end it, lunged. Logan met it with a roar. His claws punched through the predator's face, splitting its skull. The creature shuddered, screamed, and died. Logan collapsed beside it. The fire roared around them, an inferno consuming everything. He staggered to his feet, covered in blood and ash. The forest was gone. His peace was gone. But the hunt was over. He stood over the body of the monster, flames dancing in his eyes, and watched the forest burn. The fire crept fast across the frozen landscape, licking at bark and devouring old trees with greedy hunger. Ash fell like black snow. In the far distance, sirens began to echo faintly through the woods. Emergency crews were coming, but it was too late for anyone here. Logan staggered out of the blaze, each step a struggle. His jacket was burned through. Half his face was caked in blood and soot. The air he inhaled was thick with smoke, and each breath felt like fire. He looked down one last time at the corpse of the predator. The creature was still twitching in its death throes, some alien nerve endings refusing to give in. Logan raised a foot and crushed its chest, forcing the twitching to stop. Then a noise. A soft beep 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 from the body. Logan crouched and ripped open what remained of the predator's chest panel. There it was, a small circular device, blinking faster. Son of a... He grabbed it and hurled it with all his might. The explosive detonated in the sky like a miniature sun, knocking Logan off his feet. He hit the snow hard. It melted beneath his heat-soaked body. Time passed. Minutes. Hours. He didn't know. Eventually, he forced himself upright. Limbs screamed. Vision swam. The fire continued to rage. Forest animals fled around him. Emergency lights could be seen in the distance, dancing blue and red. But Logan didn't go to them. He turned away from the path, away from the people, away from the sirens. He walked into the deeper woods. His peace was gone, and once again, the monster he tried to bury had returned. Logan wasn't sure where he was going, but he knew one thing for certain. Wherever it was, there would be no peace waiting for him there either.